post it and get all the proper paperwork in. Ma'am, please state your name for the record.
My name is Colleen Denise Crumplebeck.
Okay, Ms. Crumplebeck, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God.
Okay, so go ahead, Mr. Pratt, ask the questions.
Thank you. Colleen, you asked us to file this probate case a little bit over a month ago. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what's your relationship to Richard Dale Raymond II, the decedent in this case?
He is my stepfather.
Okay. And did he die at the Del Sol Medical Center in El Paso on October the 15th of 2022?
Yes, he did.
Okay, and he was 71 years old at the time of his death. Is that correct?
Yes, he was.
He was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in El Paso County at the time of his death. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes. And the document that we filed or that was filed with the court dated November the 29th, 2019 is what we understood it to be your father's last will and testament. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And as far as you know, that document was never revoked, right?
It has never been revoked.
Right. And so, but after we filed the case, we instructed you and I think your brother who lives in Colorado filed the original with the court. Is that correct?
That is correct. This is all I had. It's for me, the original.
Okay. And so explain to the court briefly what your understanding of what the original was and what's happened since then.
In 2021, we had flood damage very badly in Germany, and most of my documents were lost in the flood. I had backed up everything to a hard copy that I had in a bank safe, thank God. And as my brother called me and he said he needed the documents for the hospital in case something happened, we had to make sure he's not on life support or anything. I printed the documents, I got myself a ticket, and I got myself home. And as he said, if we have a will, I said, yes, I had the will, take it down and have it posted. And I did that it had to be the original will. At that moment, I was not thinking. I did not realize what it meant. And I filed what I had because it's all I have left over.
Okay. So, but again, as far as you know, your stepfather never revoked or amended or made any changes whatsoever to that original or the copy of the original that we filed.
No, there's nothing ever been done. I can give you my mother's will if you'd like to check. It's the same thing, same date. Unfortunately, for me, also the same, but it's never been changed. They're both the same, just two different persons' names on them.
Okay. And let me just go ahead and ask you some more questions about that. So your father had no children or born to adopted by him after making that will, did he?
No.
Okay, and there was no marriage of your stepfather's that was dissolved after the will was made, either by divorce, annulment, or declaration that the marriage was void. Is that correct?
That's correct. He was together with my mother the whole entire time.
Right. And when were your mother and father married?
Oh no, my goodness, 1982.
Okay. And now they did not have any children born of this marriage. Is that correct?
They do. My brother Richard Dale Raymond is also, but he's also in the paperwork.
Okay. And then, but your stepfather had two other children from a marriage or a relationship prior to your marriage with your mother?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. But there was no marriage that was dissolved after the will was made, either by divorce, annulment,
no,
or that the marriage was void. Is that correct? All right.
That's correct.
And the will does not name a state or governmental agency or charity as a devisee.
It does not.
Now it names you, though, Colleen, to serve as the executor of the estate without posting bond or other security. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you're qualified, not disqualified, to serve in this capacity. Is that correct?
And that's correct.
And it's your testimony that there is a necessity for the administration of this estate. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
I don't have any questions. So, Mr. Pratt, what we need is, obviously, you're going to have to repost and then get me And you know what I can do, Mr. Pratt? Why don't, if you can get a couple of affidavits to verify the signature of Mr. Raymond, I would take those instead of having another hearing. And I'll accept those affidavits. You file them, and then I'll need I think I have an order here, but the order has to be also amended or changed. I haven't filed it, changed to say that it's a copy of a will. Okay?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
sir.
I am so sorry.
No, there's no need. It can be done, ma'am. And the thing, once we file the orders, have they proceeded with foreclosure of that property, ma'am?
No, not yet. I need to get my mother's still on the title, and she's moving my brother to Colorado. And unfortunately, my mother has quite a bit of debt, and now that she's not getting the retirement funds from my father,
So
yeah, we're
all
all
that
helping
would
her, of
be-
course. I pretty much pay her bills, but we're trying to get the house sold so she can pay off her bills.
Okay, so the foreclosure or the proceedings can be stopped. They haven't even filed because they have to come through this court once I accept the probate and you get the letters of administration. They have to file a claim through us, and it's gonna take some time, so don't worry about losing the house. But as soon as I get all the paperwork straightened out, the orders and the notices, then it'll be taken care of, okay, ma'am? So don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you so very much.
So, Mr. Pratt, once you do that, go ahead and, once I sign the order, it has to be after I sign the order that you get the oath, and then you can file your proof of death anytime you want.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.